So Nechama Laber teaches the GROW method. It's grateful, recognition, oneness, and wish. Grateful, so I decided to do it with like something. So you do grateful. So I was thinking of intimacy, all the kinds that exist: social, mental, spiritual, physical, familial, emotional, romantic. Recognition, how healing it is to use gentleness, not force, again, in intimacy. Oneness, to opening to the new possibilities that come when you release control in intimacy, and wishing for Hashem's help in resolving obligations that feel impossible. I want to share, like, I was learning ramchal, which is Rabbi Moshe luzatto, and I've been sharing here as I learn it, and so the topic today it's chapter 19, and the ramchal is Rabbi Moshe luzatto. Yesharim means path of the straight, or the just, or the of the righteous. But before that, I wanted to learn a little bit about, it's 3 divisions of piety. So I wanted to learn, but we just did about the grow. I went to a 12-step meeting to learn about how I see avoidance or attraction and intimacy and love. And so I was noticing that in a safe relationship, actually baggage could be triggered. These are some things about intimacy I learned that I was Googling about, let's say the sign of the man. It's he's a Taurus. So I was looking into it, to understand him better. Also, I was taking everything personally, including proof that I'm undesirable or I have low self-esteem. Also, with silent treatment, I felt every time he wasn't answering the phone, it was I felt like he was ignoring, and it made me panic. And I threatened him with a slander at one point. I felt like he was blaming me, and I was blaming him and didn't say sorry because I felt like he was doing it on purpose and he was a bad person. We were in a power struggle. I mean, of course, I didn't actually do it. Instead of being honest, that I felt threatened, and I wanted reassurance, communication, as if he's the only one that matters when I could have gone to others. I was overly attached, and I would project bad intentions, that he was specifically manipulating me or punishing me. And I was realizing I didn't really ever have a safe relationship, and with an authentic connection, and where obviously then I could trust the leadership. Slow and with this man, I feel slow and steady, getting to know each other. It feels impossible to me sometimes in the past because of the urgency that had lived in my body. If I knew everything, I would be secure, but then there's always more to know. And I wanted to be known, but I knew I couldn't force or change someone or make anyone love me. Also, feelings change, and, feeling I don't even know what to do. I mean, I was feeling I didn't even know what to do, that he didn't lash out at me or hurt me, or, even though and there were times where he just wanted to take a break or pause, and I took it so personal, like it's about me, or he was trying to hurt me. Anyway, 3 divisions of piety from the ramchal. 1 in deed, and when it comes to deed, it's man and God, or between man and man. When it's between man and God, human and God, it's about fulfilling God's will through the mitzvahs, the deeds, the commandments, to the best of the ability, even in fine details. And when, it's between man, but just, I don't know what to say when I, between man and man, between human and human, it's really about always doing good to others. Now, first of all, in body, you strive to help however you can, lighten their burdens, exert yourself even to prevent or remove potential bodily harm or potential bodily harm. And then with possessions, to assist in whatever means you can and prevent damage, distancing even impossibility, the damage that could arise from his part to individuals in public. And spirit, to bring contentment and honor and not cause any pain. As a general beneficence between every man and his fellow, to pursue peace. Someone only being in strict justice and unwilling to overlook transgression against himself will be dealt with strict justice too. And one who does kindness will receive kindness. The more he does, the more he'll receive. And then there's a quote from Mishlei, which is Proverbs from King Solomon, and it's 12:10. The righteous man knows the soul of his beast. And so the ramchal talks about this and says, actually, included in this matter is not causing pain to any creature or animal, and show them mercy and concern, and not to degrade someone even if they're okay with their own degradation. And more examples would be Sukkah 949b. In 3 respects, acts of, well, not examples, but anyway, it's another aspect. In 3 respects, actually, kind actions, acts of kindness called gemilas chasadim, is superior to charity. First, charity can only be done with someone's money, but gemilas chasadim can be done with someone's money and with one's actual personness. With one's person. Charity can only be given to the poor, but a gemilas chasadim can be given to both the rich and the poor. Charity can only be given to the living. Gemilas chasadim can be done both for the living and the dead alike. The general principle is that mercy, benevolence, must be permanently fixed in the heart of the pious person and his aspiration to bring contentment to his fellow creatures and not cause them pain. The second is performance. Remember we said there's three divisions of piety. We're going to do 2 today. The third one will be in a future video. Yeah, so 2 is love and fear of God. So actually, we're just going to do love today. We'll do the fear also in the next time that I record. Not in the next video, but in the next time I record for this topic. So performance is love and fear. The first is fear that we're going to go through. So this is really submitting directly. Like, this is submitting before God, feeling shame and approaching his service. Like, we're talking about healthy shame. Honoring his commandments, his blessed name, his Torah, his exaltedness. Even though man's eye can't see him, it's beyond the senses, but he can think of the give and take in prayer. When he's beseeching, pleading, while God, King of Kings, gives ear and attention to man's lowliness of being base and physical nature and having committed sins versus the angels, who actually have it easier to conceive of Hashem's greatness because they don't have bodies. The fear grows strong first in the heart, and then its effects manifest in the bodily limbs, like a lowly slave before a great king with a bowed head, prostration, hands clasped, lowered eyes. And another area that fear of God is included is beautifying the self in mitzvahs before his honor, even though he doesn't need our honor, but to do above what we would do for humans who are seduced by vanities. In other words, if we do for our flesh and blood, how much more so for the King of Kings, the Holy and Blessed be He. In Malachi, the prophet says in 1:8, were you to offer it to your governor, will he accept it from you or show you favor? So this is really an idea. Like, what if you wouldn't even think a human would be happy with it? You got to do better than the one who created all the humans. So we give our best for offerings. We wear honorable clothes in prayer, and also treating the Torah scroll and Shabbos and festivals with honor to gratify our Maker who asked us to, who told us to, as if we contemplate what we would do for a person we wish to honor, and then we do that, like for Shabbos, for example. Shabbat 119a, it says, Rav Nachman bar Isaac carried things in and out, saying, if Rav Ami and Rav Asi visited me, would I not carry thus for them? And the last part I want to share is in a 12-step meeting I went to for these ideas where I was thinking about, like, God and how suspiciousness was coming out of my system, the projecting, depriving, neglectful onto someone new, not able to appreciate someone new, focusing on the one person who doesn't love me the way I want instead of all the loving, welcoming people, over-explaining. I felt like the inner old concept of God was dying, and like the new, a new inner concept, or I would say like a new inner concept of God was being born. And I was also realizing I saved up so much love for my husband, but it's not only love, because it doesn't always come across as love. Like, there's rushing, urgency, proof of being chosen, committed to, and loved, and even wanting to punish because I felt punished. But the powerlessness from my childhood is not the issue now, when my preconceived notions and wounds were controlling me. And, I even was, I was isolating because I felt not getting my way meant I'm unlovable, unwanted, or unvalued. And I would deny myself sunshine, fresh air, friends, class, cousins, my family, or a family that I'm friends with, and going out for meals. And I really internalized maybe that I was unworthy of happiness, contentment, satisfaction. I realize now I could be grateful for the patience and care that I do get. And I also realized, like, this guy, his name was Aaron, that I always used to beg to call me, like, when it used to have such an effect on me, when he wouldn't. He now does things like that. Like, sometimes it just takes time. People have to learn, it takes time for them to integrate into their system that we're not coming from a place of control. Sometimes we're just telling our needs, and it's up to them. Anyway, we'll stop here, and I wish everybody all the best. Bye-bye.